Hi, this is Rod Faulkner, and you are listening to the SeventhMatrix.com Eye on Sci-Fi podcast. Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 158 of the SeventhMatrix.com Eye on Sci-Fi podcast. The podcast where we share with you terrific indie science fiction and fantasy short films and web series, as well as conversations with interesting directors, actors, producers, authors, and other creators who are producing outstanding indie speculative work. Thank you for joining me, and I always try to share indie science fiction and fantasy short films that are a little bit off the beaten path from what we typically get in the mainstream media. And I've noticed that we really don't see that many well-done science fiction romances anymore. Now, the few that I can think of off the top of my head are the classic Christopher Reeve film, Somewhere in Time, and then the 80s film Starman, starring Jeff Bridges. But more recently, not so much. However, this next short film falls into that category of well-done sci-fi romance. The name of the short is Record Play, and it is co-written by director Jesse Atlas and his collaborator Aaron Wolf, based on a story by Atlas. It tells the story of an electronics technician who is listening to the final recorded message from his lover, who was an educator and was killed in the Bosnian War in 1993. He is using an old Walkman, but when that Walkman breaks down, he discovers that when he repairs it and listens to the tape, he is transported instantly to the few moments before his lover is killed. Now, throughout the film, he tries to avert what he knows is going to be her death, but he fails to succeed. And I'm not going to give you guys any spoilers, but let's just say that this short film is a beautiful rumination on love, grief, and loss, and the extent that we will go through to protect the ones that we love. This is a magnificent and affecting short film starring Mustafa Shakir. Many of you all will recognize him in his role as Bushmaster in the Netflix Luke Cage series, and he was also Jet Black in the Netflix adaptation of the anime Cowboy Bebop. His co-star Depti Gupta is currently starring as the Dean in the High School Musical television series. Again, this is well done, well shot, and when you watch this film, it will really make you long for more intimate and personal science fiction stories than what we typically get in the mainstream media. Of course, a link to Record Play will be included in the show notes of this episode. Just visit the7thmatrix.com. You will be taken directly to the show notes page of this episode, and you will also have access to all of the show notes from our previous episodes as well. While you're visiting the7thmatrix.com, I encourage you to check out all of the other terrific indie short films and web series that we've curated on the site. I also need to ask you to visit our support section to find out how you can help us keep the lights on here at Eye on Sci-Fi Podcast and over at the7thmatrix.com. We depend on your support, and it is greatly appreciated. Make sure to sign up for all of our future episodes wherever you get your podcast. We're also available on most major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and Amazon Music. While you're signing up, leave us a review and rating as well, because that really does help others find us, and we appreciate that a great deal too. That's it for this episode, everyone. Again, thank you so much for joining me. And until next time, stay safe and healthy out there. And remember, take a break, escape the mundane, and enter the fantastic. Take care.